The modern world is lonelier than ever. We have gotten to the point where someone can make a living off of pretending to be your friend. People have become so deeply connected into parasocial relationships because of a lack of any kind of real intimacy or any kind of real community or bond with anybody around them. We have higher rates of social anxiety. People are lonelier than ever today. The world is falling apart. Our communities are falling apart. We see sites like OnlyFans skyrocket up in value since the pandemic really started. I mean, I'm sure we all remember how lonely it was for most people then, right? Like we were completely shut out from our communities and things have only gotten worse because of it, right? We were already on a downtrend. People were already becoming more socially conscious and more anxious. And then we throw in this pandemic and people just skyrocket up in loneliness and forget how to interact with each other. We see OnlyFans, like I said before, the interest just skyrocketed up after the stay-at-home order. Why did this happen? Because people missed having any kind of bond with each other, right? So they started paying people to, as I said before, be their friends. That's the point we have gotten to in our society. That's how weak our communities are today. It's so sad to think about. There are your brothers in this world, your fellow Americans, are down so atrociously that they pay women on the internet, these e-girls, they pay these e-girls to go around and pretend to be their friends, right? Because what is OnlyFans? OnlyFans, it's basically just a porn website at this point. But why would anybody subscribe to that? Why would anyone pay for that when there's plenty of free content online, unfortunately? Why would they go and pay for the same content they can get for free? Because they want that connection with somebody. OnlyFans allows these girls to pretend like they actually care about their audience, right? It allows these e-girls to be like, oh yeah, I know you, we're connected. We have some kind of real intimacy, some kind of relationship. I will pretend like I'm talking to you, pretend like I have interest in you, because it's going to give you this little dopamine hit and you're going to keep coming back to me. That's the point we have gotten today. People in modern day America are lonelier than ever. We see that more than half of US adults today are considered lonely. That's the point we have gotten to. And we also see that more than half of Americans are believed to have some kind of parasocial relationship or to engage in this parasocial relationship. Most people we can see are in denial about this, as only 16% will actually admit that they are engaged in this type of activity. But more than half of Americans engage in this idea where they feel like they have some kind of relationship, some kind of connection with somebody that doesn't even know they exist. That is the danger of Twitch, OnlyFans, all these sites that just push out somebody who can talk to you because it makes you feel like you're having a good time with them. You feel like, oh yeah, we're just hanging out, we're two bros. Well, really, that's just an illusion. Or with an OnlyFans girl. You're like, oh yeah, she's like my girlfriend, right? But really, she only has a relationship with you because you pay her to pretend to be your girlfriend. And it's not even like a prostitute or anything. At least with that, like maybe you could argue that you get something out of it. Like it's still degenerate as hell, but like at least there's some kind of it's physical. With this, you're just like you have like a complete imaginary bond with the person. Like you're not even paying them to bond with you. You are paying them to pretend like they know you even exist. These people don't realize that you are a person and they treat you as such. I mean, I want to look at this uh interview basically with this OnlyFans girl. She was talking about how she makes her money. And obviously, like she lies to herself a little bit to make herself feel better. She says, "We try to keep personal information secret, right? Because they don't want parasocial relationships." She says here that she wants to avoid parasocial relationships with the audience. But then right after, she goes on to say that, we share our favorite shows, favorite food, because we have to create an illusion of closeness. So she says she tries to avoid parasocial relationships, but she still has to create an illusion of closeness. Because otherwise, people just go online and get the free stuff if they just wanted to look at you. No, what they want is to pretend like like you have some kind of real relationship with you. They want to act. They want to act like you guys have some kind of real connection because of this epidemic of loneliness that we are seeing right now. And we see social anxiety, it's on an upward trend. We see depression is on an upward trend. Everybody is less happy now. They have less social skills, less friends, more people than ever are lonely, and more people than ever have parasocial relationships. We can see from this study here that social anxiety, YouTube addiction, and parasocial relationships are all connected. They all are intertwined. Because what a parasocial relationship is, it's a easy way out. Because you could put in the hard work. You could make yourself a better person, more interesting. You could put in the work to become more charismatic, to become a better speaker, to get better at talking to people, get better at influencing people. Or you could go online and just manufacture it with money. You can pay someone and they'll pretend like you have this great charisma. They'll pretend like you are interesting. They will take an imaginary interest in you. Why? Because you're giving them all this money. These people make a stupid amount of money per year. Some OnlyFans girls making like hundreds of $1,000s a month. And it's insane that we've gotten to the point as a society where that is even possible. We see that these parasocial relationships are shown to even hurt real relationships because, like, what we see here is these people start to bond with these people that they don't actually have any connection with, right? And they start to look at it in this like perfect way. They imagine this relationship with this person being so perfect that when they get into a real relationship, it just doesn't feel the same because obviously nothing in reality is truly perfect. So it just doesn't live up to this imaginary standard they made up with this person that is godlike in their eyes. They worship these people. They put them on false stands. They look at them as deities. They become false idols, right? They pay money to these people. They try to chat with them. They obsess over them. They spend their days thinking about them. And it's so sad because it's the utmost form of degeneracy. It's getting worse, guys. It's getting so much worse over time. These girls go on and they just show off their body to men who are weak and broken, and then they break them down even more. It's an evil business. It's truly an evil business on both sides. It's men who are too weak to pick themselves up and improve themselves in any way and actually go out and make any friends, create any social skills, fix their loneliness. And then it's women who are capitalizing off of this. And even guys do it too. I mean, you see a lot of the big Twitch streamers, they pretend like they have relationships with their audience. They really don't. Obviously, none of them do. And it's a big danger. Like, this is how you get into this 58% of lonely US adults. Like, who wants that? Who actually wants that? That is the point we are in our society. Divorce is higher than ever. Relationships don't last. Everybody is lonely. And people hate each other to be their friends. That's the point of of the United States of America. This is what feminism did to this great country. Liberalism, that's what this is. We can think that for all this, right? Core life was significantly harder 100 years ago. For both men and women, life was so much harder. They had to put in so much more work. They, right? The men, the jobs that they were doing, they were difficult, they were dangerous. And the women, they were at home trying to take care of 10 little kids running around. Yeah, yeah, no thanks. Yet they were all happier. They were less lonely. They had more connection to their community. They had a better connection with God. They were all happier despite this perceived harder life. So thanks a lot, feminism. Thanks a lot, liberalism. Look what you did to our great country. We are at a point where we pay each other to be our friends because we're too lonely and too lazy to do it ourselves. It's bad. It's getting bad out here. But we can always make a difference. We can make a change. What you got to do is start improving yourself, start working out, start talking to people. That's a big one. Just start talking. Every opportunity you get to talk to someone new, take it and try to make a new friend. And if you can't, hey, look, it's all right. You just improved your social skills. Just start putting in the time and start putting in the effort, and the results will follow. In today's world, hey, it sucks that everyone is such a weak little beta, but it's easier than ever to be the top dog. It's easier than ever to get to the top of the hierarchy because everybody is so freaking distracted. So distracted. So stay focused, and you can make a difference, and you can change your life, and maybe you can be the one to lead your community out of all this despair and darkness. But I'm gonna wrap up this video on that note. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share the video. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps me out. The only way we're gonna take back this country is together. So yeah, join the fight. But I'm gonna head out. So long. Peace out, and God bless y'all.